Let's discuss about the last part of the biomolecules called nucleic acids. So you know that each and every generation of the every species which resembles the ancestors in many ways, right? So because of the characters which are going to be transmitted from this father to son, like this will be going on. So that it has been observed that the nucleus of the living cell, which is going to be responsible for the transmission of their inherent characters to his son or his son, like this will be goes on. So that is called heredity. The particles which are going to be present in the nucleus of the cell, which are going to be responsible for the heredity, we are going to call as the chromosomes. So these chromosomes, which is made up of the several proteins and some of the biomolecules, we are going to call as the nucleic acids. So like this will be there. So let's take the chemical composition of this nucleic acids. So this is nothing but one type of the parameters that is going to present in the chromosomes. That's why chromosome, which is made up of the some of the proteins and some of the biomolecules, that biomolecules which is going to contain in the nucleic acids. So what are these chemical composition of these nucleic acids? Let's see here. Here, when the nucleic acids which are going to be hydrolyzed using an enzyme that is called a nuclease, we are going to obtain the nucleotides. Further, these nucleotides are going to be hydrolyzed using an enzyme that is called nucleotidase. We are going to obtain the nucleosides plus phosphoric acid S3PO4. And this further, which are going to be hydrolyzed using this enzyme that is called nucleosidase, we are going to obtain the nitrogen bases and sugars we are going to obtain here. So this is the chemical composition of the nucleic acids based on the hydrolyzed method. And let's take the definition. The nucleic acids are the long chain polymers of the nucleotides, hence they are going to be called as the polynucleotides. Like this will be the definition. And nucleic acids contain mainly three components. The nucleic acids, you know that, so that is what nucleic acids mean responsible for the heredity, right? That is also present in the chromosomes. The main three components are pentose sugars. Pentose are also called as the aldose, right? And the nitrogen base, and third one is phosphate group. So let us study one by one, so that we are going to understand the nucleus, how the nucleic acids will be going to be formed here. First one, that is called pentose sugars. What do you mean by this pentose sugar? The sugar unit that is called carbohydrate that must be present in the nucleotides is either in the form of the beta D ribose or in the form of the beta D deoxyribose. That is the structures we are going to see here. This is called beta D ribose. This is called beta D deoxyribose. What is the looking same, but only difference is here extra oxygen will be there, here no oxygen will be there. That is only difference. The remaining everything is same, right? So everything is same. Elements will be same, but only here extra oxygen will be there. That is name called ribose. Here one less of the oxygen will be there. That is called deoxyribose. And this, how many OH group will be there? Let's count here. 1 OH, 2, 3, 4 OH group will be present in the beta D ribose. Whereas in this beta D deoxyribose, only 3 OH group will be there. 1, 2, and 3. Only 3 OH group will be there. So this beta D ribose we are going to call as the RNA, and this beta D deoxyribose is called the DNA. I mean, nucleic acids are going to be further classified. Types of this nucleic acids is nothing but the RNA and DNA. You know very well, DNA is deoxyribonucleic acids, RNA is ribonucleic acids. Let's discuss about the second one, that is called nitrogen bases. Nitrogen means, you know that this must be the common in all these compounds. The nitrogen bases mainly depends upon this purine bases. Purine is nothing but this is an organic compound. So this is the structure of this purine compound. So you are going to find in heterocyclic compounds. So there is a big chapter there, heterocyclic compounds. We are going to study in higher classes. So now it is just you should remember this one. Purine is the main content of this one organic compound, which is we are going to use this one purine compound. So, and using this purine, they are going to name it as adenine. One is the component, that purine bases. Under this purine bases, two components will come. That is called adenine, that is indicated as A, and second one is guanine, that is indicated as the G. So next second one, that is called pyrimidine bases. In that nitrogen bases only, we are going to classify as purine bases, pyrimidine bases. In that one, there are three parameters will be there: cytosine, thymine, and uracil. So the and its respective structures will be there. So cytosine, thymine, uracil, and here adenine and guanine. So these together we are going to call as the nitrogen bases. Why? Because we are calling nitrogen bases because everywhere nitrogen must be there. Nitrogen, here also nitrogen will be there. That's why they are going to name it as nitrogen bases. Coming to this, and this is a last one is phosphate group will be there. Phosphate group means one is containing the phosphoric acid H3PO4, that is 1 2 3 3 H3PO4, 4 oxygen with it. Its name is called phosphoric acid, and one more component containing the phosphodiester will be there. And so you know this one, adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine, uracil, you know this one. So in RNA and DNA, both in this one, the adenine, guanine and cytosine, these are very three common species, common compounds which are going to find on RNA as well as in DNA. And in RNA only uracil going to be found out here. In RNA uracil and in DNA thymine will be there. So this uracil in present will be in the RNA, this thymine which is present in the DNA, but remaining these three, adenine, guanine and cytosine, these are three common in DNA as well as in RNA. So this is about the classification of the nucleic acids. Let's discuss about the nucleosides. Here the nucleosides we are going to read their respective structure as well as the name. So when you look at this one, these nucleosides are made up of the that pentose sugars as well as the nitrogen base compound. When you look at this structure, so only look at this compound. So this nothing but the ribose will be there, beta D ribose, that is from the pentose sugar. When you look at this structure, so this indicates that the nitrogen base will be there. That is called the condensation reactions. Condensation means removal of the water molecules. So when you look at this beta D ribose, H along with here OH group will be there, right? OH group will be there, and here NH group will be there. From this is called adenine, right? Adenine is containing the last N is associated with the hydrogen, and this ribose sugar which is end with attached with the OH group. What happens after the reaction? Condensation will take place. It means removal of the water molecules. They are going to remove the water molecules. Then like this structure is going to be obtained. That is called the riboadenosine. Why they are calling riboadenosine? Because this is containing the ribose sugar and this is adenine. The mixture reaction, condensation reaction, we are going to obtain the riboadenosine. So in order to distinguish, this is a base and this is the sugar. In order to distinguish, they are going to name gas like this. So this is called first carbon, this is first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, this is the fifth carbon. Only for the distinguish between this base and this one sugar. So that is called riboadenosine. Similarly, when you look at this one, deoxyriboadenosine, same. This is called adenine group will be there, and this is called deoxyribose group will be there. Why? Because so here this is the less than, deoxy means less than the one oxygen from this ribose. So like this will be there. That's why its name is called deoxyriboadenosine. This is also condensation on removal of the water molecules. Here it was OH group was there, and here hydrogen was there from the adenine. They are going to remove the water molecules. Now they are going to form the deoxyriboadenosine. So this is about the nucleosides. Now let us study about the nucleotides. So only difference between the nucleosides and nucleotides is only. So extra we are going to write this, that is called phosphoric acid. We are going to use this one. That is called phosphate group. In this one, phosphate group I am going to use here. The nucleosides is containing only sugars along with nitrogen base. That we are going to call as the nucleosides. But here nucleotides means along with this pentose sugar nitrogen base, phosphate group also we are going to introduce here at the fifth position of this one carbon atom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At this fifth position of this carbon atom, we are going to remove all the hydrogen from it because CH2OH will be there, right? So we are going to add this one phosphoric acid. So that's why its name is called riboadenosine. So this is called riboadenosine. At the fifth position, we are going to add the phosphate group. That's why 5-phosphate will be there. Similarly, this one also. So this is at the fifth position. We are also same. We are going to add in the phosphate group. So its name is called deoxyriboadenosine. So this is deoxyriboadenosine at the fifth position. Phosphate group we are going to add here. So that is called the nucleotides.